Hello bros and welcome to SVX Zero Bro for production and the first part, Sakura Succubus 5. I should probably have changed this scene a little bit. Let's turn off the music. Sakura Succubus 5. I did not think they would go past 4, but apparently Sakura Succubus seems to be something they really want to continue with. Alright, 6, 12, and that's 15. So 15 pictures for 13 or 14 episodes. It depends a little how they go about it. I mean, if they go about it that each path you choose gives you different pictures, it could be just about 10 episodes or even less. But if they go about it as they usually have in Sakura Succubus, that all pictures nearly gets unlocked unless besides its last one. Well, let's just jump straight into it, shall we? The atmosphere is so thick and tense, you could cut it with a knife. All 5 of us, Marina, Hazel, Cosmos, Ayu, and I, are sitting on a plush leather couch in Marina's living room, our eyes are fixed on the TV screen. Actually, I also have access to Sakura Alien, but I thought, considering this is Sakura Succubus 5, we should technically do Sakura Succubus first, because I think this gonna have to be the last one. They can't do a Sakura Succubus 6, or they're really gonna have to create second parts to certain stories that actually required it. But let's continue. They're depicted upon the widescreen TV. This is missing member of my Succubus Hanwell, one of the missing members, Yamamoto Hifumi. As a popular actor, it's not uncommon to see reruns of Hifumi's movies playing out on the various TV channels, but the Hifumi I'm obsessing serving right now isn't playing a role. Well, I suppose she's playing a role, in so much as she is pretending to be a human while in actually she is a succubus. It's a long story, yeah it is, but that's a minor detail. The Hifumi on the screen isn't pretending to be a courtesan or a blushing bride or a princess. Though come to think of it, she was supposed to be ascended to the throne of the Succubus realm before she passed the buck onto you. Hifumi is acting instead as a nobody other than herself. She's wearing in the same being kimono she often favors, and her dark hair hangs loosely about her slender shoulders. Her eyes, which are carefully made up, are narrowed in concentration and from Mount Yoshino. Well, the first picture is usually pretty quick. I mean, we can't end it at 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, so the second picture is probably what we're gonna end it off at. So, this is pretty good of a first picture, actually. But let's read till we get to the second one. Fumi leans forward quicker than blinking. Her graceful, elegant fingers smack against the card laying on the tatami mat, which goes flying, arching through the air like a leaping fish. The cards Hifumi is busy striking are Karuta cards. Each card is inscribed with pieces of poetry, which correspond to the poems being recited by the reciter. Hifumi, in addition to being an actress, is also a competitive Karuta player. She's held on to the prestigious title of Queen for 4 years running, a title she's defended rigorously from all challengers, in the annual championship tournament which takes place in Shiga. This tournament is kind of a big deal in the Karuta world, and right now it's being broadcast on live TV. Marina, who's always been close to Hifumi, invited me alongside the other members of the Succubus entourage to watch Hifumi compete in the finals. Hifumi beaten all of her other opposition thus far, in a truly graceful showing, hardly seeming to break so much as a sweat. Now she only has one opponent left to defeat. Should she win, she is secure a hold on the title of Queen for the 5th year in a row. The competition in its last stage now, and there aren't many cards left in play. Hifumi taken more cards than her opponent, but she's not out of the woods just yet. If Hifumi gets careless and makes any mistakes, her opponent might be able to claw back enough points to best her. Hifumi's opponent, who battled a string of challengers on her own, simply to sit across from Hifumi on the tatami floor is no slouch. How do you actually pronounce that? I know that it's an animal, it's called that, but I don't remember how it's actually pronounced. Well, Sloosh herself. She's working hard to try and close the gap between them, but by oh mountain. Okay, there's nothing there. Once Hifumi claims another card, the glistening dew. There. And another. Hifumi really is on fire. She's doing so well, I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her opponent. Not that I suppose that the opponent deserves my sympathy. I'm not entirely sure if she'd appreciate it either, given her exalted status. Hifumi might be a popular actress renowned across Japan for her portrayals of sensitive, suffering woman, but her opponent is by no means less famous. In fact, in many respects, I think her opponent might be an even bigger deal than Hifumi is. In a stunning twist of fate, Hifumi's opponent is not in fact the Japanese as one might expect, but when it comes to a traditional Japanese game like Karuta, but European. Okay, that's the second picture. It's 7 minutes in, but I think that's good enough, actually. Because I accidentally saw something that could be considered as a spoiler. I do think this girl is actually also a succubus, which means that the game they play on TV there is actually pretty even, fairly. But let's save there then and end it off for the first part, Sakura Succubus 5. So that was all I have for this time. See you next time. Bye bye.